Hi, church. It's Pastor Dani here from the church building. You remember this whole thing and how we used to meet here physically? It's kind of a bit weird, but oh boy, I'm excited because we're going to be meeting here again this Sunday, 2nd of August. And I'm really excited. From 10 a.m., I'm hoping this car park will be full again like it always has been, and even the back as well. Now, how do you even get here? I mean, we know that our government has set some restrictions for us, so we need 2 square meters per person if we want to gather. And so our auditorium allows us to have 257 and half a person in there. What we've done this week is we've worked really hard at complying to our government regulations, and we've set up just shy of 250 seats. All of our rows are 1.5 meters apart, and I'll talk to you a bit more about that when we go inside. So we think, realistically, once there's 200 people in there, we'll probably be at capacity because not all of us will be family. So we can't sit right next to each other. We will at times have to give 1.5 meters spacing between us and the other person. And so what we've done is we've set 170 seats aside that we want you to reserve for Sunday. Why 170 and not 200? Well, what we want to do is for those people who serve at our church, we want to leave some seats open. We want to leave 30 seats for them and maybe some newcomers that might just walk off the street. We want to leave those seats for them. So if someone's serving, we don't want them to feel like if they can't reserve a spot that they can't come and serve. We want to say, just come. You're on the roster. Whenever you're meant to be doing something, just come along. Don't worry about reserving a spot. And then we also want to have a little bit of room for new people, maybe not yet Christians, to come and join us. And we don't have to turn them away because they haven't reserved a spot. So 170 seats that we've got available for you to reserve for this Sunday and hopefully every other Sunday until phase 5 of the WA government restrictions kick in. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it online. There will be a link in an email, and on a weekly basis, we'll do it on Facebook. We'll do an email. It'll be in GBC News. There'll be different avenues for you to access this. And you're going to fill in your name, your surname, and an email, and maybe other people that's going to join you if there's multiple people that you're booking seats for. And that'll be it for you. You'll receive an email with your confirmation, and that's it. And you rock up that Sunday. For those of you who don't have internet, and you probably won't even get this video, but we will be calling you. For them, we'll have this afternoon, so that's Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday morning, that you can call us and reserve your seat. And in the future, so starting next week, we will have all of Monday and Tuesday morning for people to call us who don't have internet or who don't feel comfortable using the internet and booking a seat online. So they'll have Monday and Tuesday, and then midday Tuesday, reservations will open up online for people. So that's how it's going to go. If you can't, for some reason, reserve a seat, then what we will do is we will still have our online gatherings as we have been, or maybe even live stream. We're not 100% sure about that, but we will let you know by the end of the week. We don't have all of our gear quite set up yet, but we can live stream. It might just not be at different angles. And then also what we'll do is if for some reason this week all the seats are reserved by Friday, what we'll do is we'll open up the seats for next week so that if you've missed out, you can reserve a seat for next week. We want everyone to come along at least over a 2-week period and join us here physically. So we're starting this Sunday, 2nd of August, and we want you to reserve a seat for yourself, for your family, maybe even invite someone and reserve a seat for you. But that's important that you get a spot because we're limited in our numbers. So maybe it'll be at this front door or this entrance. So let's go on inside and I'll tell you a few more things that you might need to know for this Sunday as we start gathering physically again. Come on. Now, with the coronavirus, some of the changes that we've had to undergo has been our giving to the work here that Jesus is doing at our church. Many people who didn't do online giving, they are now giving online, which is great. And then others who haven't been able to do that, who still wanted to give physically, have been coming into the admin office during the week, and they have done their giving into a little box. And so what we've decided from now on is we're just going to do our giving here. We've bolted this box, look here, onto the wall. And so if you want to physically give, you can just come here. Look where I am. I'm just here in the entrance, and the box is just here to the side. The couch here is behind me. There are a number of reasons why we wanted to do this. Like I said, many people have started doing online giving, and they'll probably continue to do so. And many of the oldies, who like to do physical cash giving that I've spoken to, they're quite happy to just keep doing it in a box. They see that it could be more of a hygienic option, even though that's not the primary reason. For us, it's very much a great thing that we could maybe take money, if you like, out of our gatherings, especially for people who are not yet Christian, who come and gather with us, that it might not be an obstacle to them of the gospel, that they don't think we're on about money when we're not. We're on about Jesus. And what a testimony it'll be for them to see this church and have a healthy budget and people giving, even though they don't have bags being passed around in front of them each week. So that's our giving. Come on, I'm going to show you just and remind you where our kids will be gathering and give you a couple of short updates with them before we move into the auditorium. Let's go. So, GBC Kids will be back physically this week, and you guys will be here in this hall causing a muck, I'm sure, and you guys will have lots of fun. I don't know, who are you guys wanting to see? My little Max, he would want to see Abby McMahon. He just keeps talking about it, and I'm sure many of our kids are missing lots of their friends, and they will be gathering with them here again on Sunday. They will continue the series that they've been doing, the North Coast Kids series that my brother Al's doing, and so that means that when we send out our online gathering stuff out, the kids that are here and the kids that are at home are all doing the same thing. One thing to note, though, in terms of kids, is that our year 5 to 7 class will stop for a while. We've had a few teachers pull out. It seems like this pandemic has hit people quite hard, and so GBC Kids has been one of those areas. And so we think those kids are probably old enough, I think, to manage to sit through a gathering. So for now, there won't be a class for them. But hey, if you're in year 5 to 7 and you maybe still, would struggle to see yourself sit through one of the gatherings, maybe you want to serve at GBC Kids and help with one of the other classes that we've got going on here. And mums and dads, if you've got a child, probably like our little Max, who's about 3 and who's starving about 2 hours after he's had breakfast, you might want to pack a little lunchbox or something with some snacks in it, because we won't be having morning tea as per usual, just to try and keep food probably out of this area, because there's just so many rules when it comes to food. So maybe pack something small to eat so they can eat straight after the gathering, and that they won't be so grumpy, because that's normally what happens with kids, right? They get hungry and then they get grumpy. So maybe sort out some food. Now, let's go into the auditorium. I'm going to sit down on one of the seats and just tell you a little bit more about that before I finish off this video soon. Well, here I am in the auditorium where I'm hoping you will be sitting on Sunday, and there'll be many people around you. What we've done is we've put all of the rows of our chairs 1.5 meters apart. So we're complying with government standards. You don't have to worry about that. There are, like I said, just shy of 250 seats in there. So we'll easily fit people in. That's not a problem. Now, again, when you come in with your family, sit right next to each other. Maybe if you're coming by yourself or you have a smaller group, try and find one of the shorter rows so that we don't have maybe 2 people taking up, a huge row of seats, because we will have to keep 1.5 meters apart from each other sideways. Now, that's something that we're not going to police. So between you and the people, next to you on either side, you will have to keep 1.5 meters apart. Now, that's somewhere between 2 and 3 seats. So whatever you're comfortable with, you can do that. Yeah, so that's it probably for in here. We've got just shy of 250 seats. So come and grab one. It's going to be great. And make sure you keep your social distancing. We're not going to police that, but we're sure you're mature, you're grown up, and you'll do that. Why don't we go finish up on the stage? Well, I'm hoping to stand on Sunday and welcome you. Yay! So here I am on the stage. This is probably what you'll be looking at on Sunday if you manage to reserve a seat. Look, I just want to say I'm very excited to gather with whoever's here on Sunday. I'm kind of over just staring at empty seats and staring into a screen. And we'll be here. We'll be gathering around the Word of God. We'll be singing the praises of Jesus and letting Him lead us. And it's going to be great. I don't know if you look forward to that. I am really looking forward to it. When Beck and I sing in our lounge room on Sundays, it's pretty eerie. Especially my voice is just horrible. So I'm really looking forward to hearing God's people sing. I remember how this place used to just boom when we sing His praises. So I'm really looking forward to that. And afterwards, we'll do some morning tea through that. Remember, no food. We'll have coffee and tea. There'll be some barista-made coffee again. And we ask that if you join us, that you only go through into the hall if you're going to have some coffee and tea, because we're limited to about 100 people there. If you don't want to have coffee and tea, stay in the auditorium, hang out, and enjoy the community that probably you've been missing just as much as me. Now, that's it from me. I really hope to see you this Sunday, 2nd of August, 10 o'clock here at the church building. It's going to be unreal. Until then, have a great week. Bye.